you ever been to a party where the food was not only great, but it was really easy to get to, and the host was just a picture of calm? Well, I tell you, if you're like me, you've probably left a few of those parties wondering to yourself, how the heck did she pull that off? It's actually pretty easy to serve most any size crowd, even if you have a pretty small space to work with, as long as you start with a really well-planned buffet table. And I've got some tips to show you how to do just that. The first and probably most important tip is to make your serving plans a few days in advance, maybe even before you finalize your menu. There's nothing more stressful than preparing food all day long for a party and then trying to figure out how to serve it as your guests start to arrive. To do that, you'll want to take a look at the space you'll be serving in. The layout and flow that works for every day probably isn't going to accommodate a crowd. Remember the simple rule for table placement. If two people can't pass easily on either side of the table, then it's probably better to set up a serving area from the front. So don't be afraid to rearrange the furniture. Here I turn and push the table to the wall, then move the chairs out for seating in other areas. This really opens up the space for a crowd. Next, you'll want to pull out all your serving pieces and take stock of what you're going to need for your party. Now don't be afraid to mix and match colors and styles. Here I've mixed white and clear serving pieces, then tied the whole thing together with color coordinating linens from our Evolutions line on KidsSmartLiving.com. This is actually one of my favorite to serve on because while it is fabric, it's practically stain proof and really easy to wash. Now when you arrange your table, don't forget to create some height. Placing serving bowls and trays at different heights is not only easier to serve yourself from, but it creates a lot more interest and you can actually fit more on the table. Now you can do this using trays and bowls that come with stands, like these tiered servers from KidsSmartLiving.com. You can also make your own stands by just turning over some margarita and martini glasses and putting some bowls and trays on top of those, just like this. And to keep them put, you can even add a piece of double sticky tape or maybe a glue dot on the rim, and it'll keep it nice and secure throughout your party. And finally, don't forget to put other pieces to work. If you have some shelves or a side table nearby, use that to put out your plates, utensils, and napkins, leaving more space on the table for you to maximize your serving area. I hope some of these tips help make your next great occasion a little less stressful. For more tips, ideas, and products for safe, smart, worry-free family homes with style, visit KidsSmartLiving.com. Thanks for watching.